Good afternoon, Professor Leahy. This is William Whitaker, one of your students. I am in the class Regents Foundations. It's University 100 Regent Foundations for Success, the fall 2018 B session. And it's the online session. And this is the assignment that you have given us to do a video presentation or to do a PowerPoint, but I chose to do a video presentation concerning the assignment that you gave us. All right, I'm going to start off with the question that starts our assignment. The question is, what areas of communication in my life need the most attention, and how might I improve those areas? Well, firstly, I want to say that I am by nature a reserved person. I don't talk that much, and I'm a man of few words. I've just been that way over the years, and that's just part of my personality. But looking at that, I feel like I could improve by being a little more outspoken in some areas, meaning that some conversations that I had, I probably could step up, if that's a good word for it, and say something. Or because sometimes just by saying something, the course of the conversation may change, or even you give input that could be helpful or meaningful to the person or people that are talking. So sometimes I feel like I need to step up and not be as reserved. All right, so that's one part. And also with keeping the lines of communications open. There are times in my life that I communicate with family and even friends and different co-workers that I come in contact with when I was in the military. And there was times where I didn't necessarily keep contact, or I would start, or we would initiate contact and then over time lose contact because there was not consistent dialogue or consistent communication. So that's one area. Another area I feel like I need to work on is being consistent and staying in contact with different people that are part of my life, and whether they're family, friends, or associates, or whoever they may be. So that's what I'm working towards now, being consistent. Another area. Also, the next question for our assignment, what are a few goals that I might establish for myself as I approach the online environment? Well, first of all, I want to work on finishing assignments on time. I have a little issue with procrastination. Not extreme issue, but nevertheless it is there. So I want to work on not procrastinating, and possibly what I could do to resolve that is go ahead and schedule a time period where I'm going to be working on or time slots where I could work on my coursework and allow some cushion time to kind of be there to work on that coursework. And that would probably help, and to kind of get right into it as I start my day and get up and do the necessary things I need to do. Maybe kind of get right into it earlier in the morning so I can go ahead and finish my assignments. And then goal number 2 would be to better distribute the coursework that I do throughout the week. Like on Mondays, maybe kind of have my plan from the last week and already ready to roll on that Monday, ready to go right into it. And if I do that, every day have a little bit of work on each day, and so that I'm not scrambling to finish work by the middle of the week or the end of the week, and there's no pressure to complete something that should have been done all throughout the week. So kind of working on that, still improving in that area, and I believe I'll get better as these classes go on. So I would say pray for me on that. So we're going to do better. All right, goal 3 is to kind of reevaluate the course courses that I'm taking. I've been taking online classes. I've taken them before. I've taken at least 2 before I started taking this set of classes, and but I did take them one at a time. This particular time, I decided to take 2 classes right together, which is a challenge within itself. So now I am kind of reevaluating um, how I'm doing in these classes and the workload and everything like that, and seeing how I can better manage the time between the 2 classes, which is a challenge also. But with all the things that I have in place, or I'm putting in place, the planner and kind of scheduling work out throughout the week, I can kind of better manage splitting up the work between the 2 classes each day and still have a balance of time to spend with my wife and my son and daughter and all of my family, and even be able to socialize outside of the house and in the community, all of that. So I can still have a balance of all of that, those things. And lastly, last question, what surprised me the most as I consider the implications of Matthew chapter 18 on written communication? Well, first of all, it talks about us being humble like a child and kind of clothing ourselves in humility. I believe that our conversation should be humble as well. We shouldn't be boastful, bragging, or over exaggerating things when we talk. We should be mindful of our audience, of who we're talking to. So that's another area I feel like should be we should be good at. So it's better to be, I feel like it's better to be a person of few words and open our mouth really wide and say a whole lot of things that are not with substance. So we should have things that are with substance. And let things be beneficial to people. Let them not intimidate people. Let it not belittle anyone. And things we say should build people up. And also the Bible talks about resolving conflict. You know, it talks about if we have a problem with someone, try to resolve it one-on-one with the person. If you can't resolve it one-on-one, try to get somebody else to kind of help intervene. You know, carry a couple other people with you. It might be a counselor, it might be somebody, a pastor, somebody to kind of help to intervene on in this situation and let both sides be heard so that resolution can come. And then if that can't be heard, it talks about taking it before the church. And then if hopefully resolution can come when you bring it before the church. And you know, sometimes when they're unbelievers or even believers, sometimes don't want to bring it before the church. But I believe we as Christians, as people of God, have the Spirit of God inside of us, and we should allow God's Spirit to guide us in being the bigger person and resolving the issue. But anyway, I thank you for this time, and I appreciate this time. It's challenging me. I'm growing. I'm grateful, and I pray that you have a blessed day. And hopefully next time I'll be on time with this assignment and not procrastinate. But anyway, you take it easy and have a blessed one.